Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a journey back in time to an era when Julia Roberts' charming smile and Hugh Grant's endearing stutter graced our screens. The 90s and the 2000s, the golden age of romantic comedies. We chuckled at the witty banter of When Harry Met Sally, swooned over the riveting drama, 10 Things I Hate About You. And yes, even dreamed of our own fairy tale endings in Disney classics such as Cinderella and Snow White. But let me ask you this. Did these films paint a realistic picture of love, or were they merely sugar-coated fantasies designed to make us believe in a happily ever after that rarely exists? Fast forward to today, we witness the winds of change blowing through Hollywood. Gone are the days of damsels in distress waiting for Prince Charming to rescue them, and enter the era of female empowerment, where our leading ladies are gaining power. Take a look at Elsa from Frozen, who doesn't need a man to save her with true love's kiss. She had fierce independence and ice powers that would make even the Snow Queen herself shiver. Or how about Viola in She's the Man, who disguises herself as her brother to dominate the football field and ultimately win the heart of her crush? And let's not forget about Elle Woods in Legally Blonde, who proves that you can be smart, stylish, and successful, all while rocking a killer bend and snap. It is unbelievable to see how women were portrayed in relationships 30 years ago to now, with unrealistic expectations to keep up with. Let's take a look at a Cosmopolitan article from 2001 titled, "Tips on Finding a Man to Love You." Exhibit A. Don't tell him you're hurt or mad, and don't reprimand him for leading you on. You stayed with him. Take responsibility for your actions. And if you've been living with him, you've allowed him to be with you indefinitely without making a commitment. Exhibit B. Tips for going on a restaurant date. First date menu mishaps can come in a variety of different forms. Messy foods that might make you look like a slob, off-putting entrees that inadvertently get your date's stomach churning, or even worse, gigantic calorie-laden options that might make you look like someone who isn't interested in their personal health or well-being. Another interesting thing I found was a book called All the Rules by Ellen Fine and Sherilyn Schneider. It covers all the ways one should approach dating and how to be the perfect woman to date. It was published in 1997, and it sold over 2 million copies worldwide in over 27 different languages. Rule number 1, be a creature unlike any other. Feel and act confident about yourself. Get yourself feeling and looking great, and everything that this means, even laser surgery if necessary. Don't leave the house without some makeup on. Dress in a feminine manner, not unisex. Get a life. They recommend having long, straight hair. Act like a lady. No swearing, no swashbuckling behavior. Don't be cynical, depressed. Be polite, pleasant. Don't talk too much. Be mysterious. Say to yourself, any man would be lucky to have me. Don't take his number. Let him work for you. Rule number 2, don't talk to a man and don't ask him to dance. Most men are not shy, just not really interested if they don't approach you first. Forwardness always puts the woman through hell emotionally. It disrupts the natural order of things and what was supposed to happen. Don't even stand next to someone you like, hoping he'll ask you, as most women do. You have to wait for someone to notice you. Rule number 3, don't stare at men and don't talk too much. Staring indicates interest. Now, when growing up watching these movies or reading articles and tips like this, I thought of it as the conventional blueprint for how I should act, wear, and look, especially since my role models were acting it out on screen. I am now so happy to see a change in how social media, films, and TV magazines are aiming to repaint this fixed narrative of how young women should live their lives. But the question we have to ask is, are there new rules now? Absolutely. Instead of adhering to rigid and archaic guidelines, we should champion authenticity and individuality in love. Be true to yourself, communicate openly, and respect your partner's independence as much as your own. In doing so, we can foster relationships that are not only deeply fulfilling, but also incredibly realistic. Let's redefine love on our own terms, embracing the complexity and beauty of modern romance. Recent movies have aimed to promote gender equality through several key strategies. For example, Barbie aims to redefine the classic doll's image by portraying her through different unconventional and powerful roles, moving away from the traditional and stereotypical gender roles. This also embraces young audiences to see women as capable and multifaceted. Nowadays, the Me Too movement and the Bechdel test have significantly influenced movies and media, leading to a more nuanced and respectful portrayal of women. Firstly, the Me Too movement, which gained momentum in 2017, brought a widespread attention to the prevalence of sexual harassment and abuse within the entertainment industry. In response to the movement, there has been a conscious effort to create more empowering female characters that are not defined solely by their relationships with men. This is evidently seen in films such as Little Women, Captain Marvel, and Wonder Woman, in which strong female independence is actively featured. As a result of this, movies and TV shows are now challenging traditional gender roles and stereotypes. This is shown in The Handmaid's Tale and Big Little Lies, which explore the complexities of women's lives and societal expectations. The Bechdel test ensures that every movie must have at least 2 female characters who talk to each other for at least 2 minutes about something that isn't a man. And whilst this does not necessarily mean that the film is promoting gender equality, it encourages writers to think more critically about how they showcase female interactions. This test also aims to increase female diversity within films, as seen in Crazy Rich Asians or Hidden Figures. I believe movements such as these encourage better and more accurate storytelling. Writers are driven to prioritize strong and realistic female representation and address issues such as power dynamics across the media. On top of that, there has been an endless dichotomy between women finding success by compromising love or finding love by a means of compromising success. Where do we find the narratives which have an equal balance of both? And in response to these evolving narratives, how should we act? It's essential for each of us to embrace the diversity of modern love and reject outdated stereotypes. This means supporting content, films, TV shows that challenge traditional gender roles. So, my fellow romantics, I leave you with this question. Which version of love do you choose to believe in? The fairy tale fantasies of yesteryear or the empowering narratives of today? As we navigate the complexities of modern romance, let us remember that true love isn't about finding someone to complete us, but rather finding someone who encourages us to be the best version of ourselves. And who knows, maybe, just maybe, a happily ever after is waiting for us right around the corner, with or without the glass slipper. Thank you.